everyone. The tool that I chose are these like counting blocks, which I've used these so many times. I've seen teachers use this in classrooms that I've observed. I used these when I was in elementary school. These are just something that I'm super familiar with, and they helped me learn so much with counting and with numbers and patterns. So that's why I chose these counting blocks. These are so like basic that you can use it with honestly anything with numbers, to just like use as like a manipulative to have the students have a visual on it. I'm a visual learner, so I feel like this would be perfect for that. But just like some standards that I chose, I'll put them right here. So first was a kindergarten standard, which is KPAR 6, which is explain, extend, and create repeating patterns with a representation not exceeding 4, and describe patterns involving the passage of time. And then the substandard is create, extend, describe repeating patterns with numbers and shapes, and explain the rationale for the pattern. So, for example, on how to show that. So I have this as my pattern. This can be used as, since we're looking at the repeating patterns of numbers, not really the colors, but it shows like 1 red, 2 yellow, 1 red, 2 yellow. And just by this, asking the students what could come next, and have the students recreate this at their desks with the same blocks. And you can walk around, get their feedback, seeing if they got the next pattern, if they got the pattern. So the next pattern, or the next part, would be red, and then 2 yellow, and then so on from there. So this will give you straight up like their feedback by seeing if they repeated the pattern, by like walking around, seeing if they did it from there and how they did it. So that's just an example of how to use it with patterns. The next standard you can use it with is with like addition and subtraction. So I chose a first grade standard. So there's 1 NR2, which is explain the relationship between addition and subtraction and apply the properties of operations to solve real-life addition and subtraction problems within 20. And then it says the substandard is use a variety of strategies to solve addition and subtraction problems within 20. So for example, if you do one that's 4 plus 3, this is one part, this is your other part, and then you combine them and you add them together. You have your 4 and your 3, and you add them to make 7. This just gives them a representation of adding and subtracting. For example, if you want to do a subtraction problem, this is 7 minus 3. So you take away 3 from your whole, and then you count how many you have left. This is how I was taught when I was smaller, like adding and subtracting with these blocks specifically. When you're adding, it helps you with counting the blocks, and it helps you come up with different equations, like how we did in class today, actually, with that donut task that we did. This is very similar. You can use this for that instead of donuts. And just having this as a manipulative for the students to use like firsthand. And again, with like the feedback, like the teachers can easily like observe students' actions with these to see if they are using them correctly, see if they're using the parts, one part which is a 4, one part which is a 3, adding them together, which makes them the whole, and it gives you 7. Gives you instant feedback on if they know how to add or subtract whatever you're using these blocks for. But yeah, I hope y'all use this in your classroom, because I'm sure most of y'all could agree that these are a great tool. They're very basic and simple, but they're a great visual for the students to understand, especially younger ages. This will just help them with counting and all that. So highly recommend these. I would most definitely be using these for my classroom, getting some for my own classroom one day. Thank you for watching. Bye.